Ending season, bending ears, it's time for harvest rise. Sharpen reapers, sellers.
Finally harvest time.
Yes, and as it should be.
So Connor Village fought off those dreadful machines. Nicely done, Kiara, darling.
No, you died in vain.
That's for Gory someone to decide, don't you think?
Oh, it's all just too much. And what the hell's the deal with Kame, huh? Bastard up and left and didn't even take the time to light a single piece of incense, coward.
He will be back, Kikicho.
How can you be sure?
He'll be back. He is a samurai, after all.
We cannot transport you to the capital.
Why not?
It is in the best interest of the Shikimori Bito to remain neutral. We must keep our involvement to a minimum. The capital and the Nobuseri are our trading partners. If we appear to choose sides, both we and the energy cells we produce will become pawns in a new war. Therefore, we must ask you to find another way to the capital.
The Guardians are far too pragmatic to ever risk alienating a trading partner without some clear reward.
I see. What if I had a bargaining chip, something to make it worth their time?
They're always willing to listen. But it's too much to ask. You're doing all this just for my sister.
I stand by my promise to you. I will find your sister. All I ask is that you visit Gorabe's grave someday. Lady Honoka, may I ask a favor of you?
Of course.
Tell the Guardians, the man who killed the Imperial envoy was Shimada Kanbei. They'll know what you're talking about. The bargaining chip will be me.
May I speak? Master Uki, you told the girls to show their hospitality to these samurai while they're here. And of course they want to obey you, but they're scared of these men.
Can't say I blame them. They are rather rough. Very impressive. I was right. Your training in Machiba City has made you far deadlier than our boys. So, who wants to go next? We don't have all day.
Master.
What?
We've gathered the samurai. They're ready to hear you.
Ah, good. At least someone still follows my orders quickly. Welcome, and thank you all for coming. Isn't this nice? Everyone looks so healthy and refreshed. This R&R has done wonders for you. Still, you are samurai, and my tyrannical father had no right to lock you up and steal away your last shreds of pride. For his transgressions, I humbly apologize. And I beg your forgiveness.
My lord, what do you need us to forgive you for? Yeah, that's right. You've never done anything wrong by us.
But now that I'm in charge, I am the city. I am Kogakyo, and all of her past mistakes are now mine to bear.
You're being too hard on yourself, my lord. Though your sense of responsibility means a great deal to us. As you know, this age of merchants has not been kind to the warrior class. However, you've shown us nothing but kindness. Whatever you ask of the samurai gathered here, we'll gladly do it.
Your words humble me, but I realize you're a man of action. I have a plan to prove my dedication to your class.
How may we be of service, my lord?
I want you to divide into groups and head to the surrounding villages.
What for?
Do any of you remember several peasants who came to the city looking to hire samurai? They had nothing to offer as payment but a few measly grains of rice. Perhaps they approached somebody here?
Yeah, I know the ones you're talking about. I was the first they asked. I met him too. Me too.
Why? They met so many of you. They did find some who said yes. They enlisted 7 samurai to be exact. And those extraordinary 7 somehow managed to drive back the Nobuseri. Mind-blowing, isn't it? Now, I've been asking around, and it seems these Nobuseri are actually being dispatched by the capital. It's just awful to think that the capital itself is in effect stealing from the very people it should be protecting. And it's not just the peasants. The capital also imposes unfair trade restrictions on the merchants, keeping them from rising higher.
With all due respect, Lord, aren't you a merchant?
Yes, and proudly so. We merchants first came to power because we wanted to help rebuild a world torn apart by wars. But the capital has grown corrupt, and as long as they remain at the center of this world, How can any of us find prosperity when they're using bandits, common thugs, to do their evil bidding? Our eyes have been opened to what is possible by our brothers in Kana. We must learn from them. For us now to ignore the plight of other villages would be to neglect our moral responsibility. All who have suffered at the hands of the capital must unite as one. And to do so, we must follow the example set by the samurai in Kana village.
So you're asking us to defend the peasantry?
Certainly there's no purpose more noble for a samurai sword than to protect the helpless.
Our honorable new lord has charged us with a new mission that expects great things from us. Now who's ready to go back to work?
A new war! Let's do it! I'm in! Sign me up!
Great! In that case, let me return your weapons. Your villages will be assigned to you shortly.
We'll be outside shortly. May I ask why you killed the envoy?
What's the saying? Asking questions, hear no lies.
I'm merely curious as to what you could have gained from such a reckless act as attacking the capital.
Nothing at all.
How utterly pointless. This is the capital. Perhaps it brings back memories for you. What was once the flagship of the old Imperial fleet is now the center of trade and government for the new merchant empire. It's time to go.
Sana! Okata, sorry. Okata? The sun is strong today and your skin is so fair. Perhaps it would please you to go indoors now.
Oh, yes.
Finally, we can breathe. All this polite speak gets my tongue twisted up.
I feel the same way, and having to call Sana Okata all the time. But those formalities are the way His Excellency likes it.
You needn't get so worked up over it. The Amanushi is far more lenient than any of you seem to realize.
He's really got you brainwashed there, hasn't he, Sanai?
Quite the opposite. I've come to learn I simply misjudged him at first.
How can you defend that brute?
You've been fooled by his cold exterior, Mizuki. He's actually a very kind and gentle man.
He's a kidnapper is what he is.
Keep it down, Mizuki. Yeah, if they ever hear you talking like this, there's no telling what they do to us.
Pardon us, please. Okata, Lord Amanushi requests your presence.
I'm sorry, my lady's body's in a highly fragile state at the moment, and she must refrain from any strenuous activity.
Thank you, Mizuki. But I will go see him.
Presenting the Divine Emperor, Excellency, Lord Amanushi.
Divine Emperor, we come before you with information about the envoy who was murdered in Kogakyo. This samurai has confessed to the crime, and so, in accordance with the capital's decree and as an act of good faith on the part of the Shikimori Bito, we are turning him over to you. We trust you will punish him as you see fit, and we hope you will remember our fealty.
I thank you for your efforts, Guardian.
Yes, Lord, and we thank you for your grace.
Ayamaru. This samurai is accused of murdering your home. What do you know of him?
Forgive me, Your Grace, but I do not recognize this man.
Presenting the Okata! Ah, Sanai, come forward.
You asked to see me, my lord?
Was my summons inconvenient?
I was just outside enjoying the beautiful day we're having.
Sana, I have called you here because I wish for your insight on this matter. The samurai before us claims to have murdered an imperial envoy.
I see.
Turn your face toward me, samurai. Look well. This is not some corpse you see, but a living being. Thanks to the endless wars of your kind, this is what I have become. You may address me directly. What is your name?
I am Shimada Kambe.
Shimada Kambe? Oh, 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 oh. You are a fool. I do not believe you are capable of killing a helpless messenger. Imposter.
Is this true, Samurai?
I said I killed him. What more do you want?
I want my time not to be wasted. What is the point of this charade?
Why don't you guess?
Bite your tongue, Samurai Phil!
Silence! I did not give you permission to speak.
I beg your pardon.
Kanbei Shimada, can you tell us the true killer's identity? Or is this some ill-conceived joke? You do not answer? Perhaps a jail cell will loosen your tongue. Take him away.
Shimoribito, you are excused. Just stand there! Shoot him! Shoot the criminal!
Go ahead, fire! You'll kill your beloved Emperor.
Don't listen! He's bluffing!
Do you want to risk it? Think very hard about where the bullets you fire at me will come to rest.
This is blasphemy.
Let's be reasonable here.
I'll spare his life on one condition. Let the women go. Are you the Sanai from Kano village, wife of Rikichi? And the rest of the women?
They're in their chambers.
Apologies, Amanushidono. You will act as our shield.
Coward.
I will not leave with you. My Amanushi needs me, and I cannot leave aside. Please, I beg you, have mercy.
Sama, what are you saying?
I love him. I adore my Emperor with all my heart.
Perhaps now would be the time to mention this woman is carrying my child. Your move, Samurai. Well now, isn't this amusing?
Out of the question. You are a peasant, not a warrior.
I understand that, Grandmother, but
No, I do not think you do.
Then why shouldn't I be allowed to go with them?
Because these men are going off into battle, my dear. What purpose would a water priestess serve in the midst of war?
I have a responsibility as the one who brought the samurai here, and I intend to see this war through to its finish.
You speak with the maturity of an adult. However, I fear you do not yet understand your own feelings.
I think the real problem is I understand my feelings too well. We've been working closely for some time, but now I find my gaze lingering on him. I've done my best to deny these feelings, but instead all I feel is shame.
And the samurai?
He hasn't noticed.
Do you believe that? What a shocker!
Can you conceal these feelings?
I am a water priestess. I will do whatever is best for our people.
It will be difficult. But you're stronger than I was.
Hey, what are you goats doing up here?
Now, is that any way to speak to fellow samurai?
Oh, sorry, don't know. Look, I'm pissed at you guys. How come you didn't tell us you were planning a rescue mission too? We're part of this team.
Sorry, big guy. We weren't trying to exclude you.
Last time we were on the road, Katshiro got injured and you let the Nobuseri kidnap you. Not the best of records.
Ah, excuses. Just because you're older than us doesn't mean we're children. What got you? Let me under. Oh,
My place is with Sensei, fighting at his side.
Because you think rebuilding a village is somehow beneath you as a samurai?
No, that's not what I meant at all.
Have you taken a moment to think about why Kanbei-sama might have left you behind this time?
Let's just leave it at that for now. Here, take some rice for your trip. Kana grows the best in the world, you know.
Thank you, Heihachi.
all right, Katsu, let's move.
That sword's not going to do you much good, is it?
Well, get Masumune to fix it up for it.
Masumune seems pretty well traveled. I'd be willing to bet he can tell us where we can find the capital.
Rikichi.
Please, I want to go with you. I'm afraid you're in no condition to go to war. But I swear to you, we will bring your wife back.
Please, wait!
What is this from?
Please, you've got to take us with you.
Yeah, you gotta!
You know we're not going off to play.
We understand the risk involved, and we're prepared for whatever comes. Please, we can help.
Help us out. This is war we're talking about.
But if you go without me, I'll be worried sick about you. And you don't want that.
Of course not.
I can't expose you to any more danger.
You know, Aurora is pretty good at finding things with that crystal of hers.
Don't leave my side.
I won't. And don't you leave mine, psychic!
I couldn't if I tried.
A thing such as this would have never been allowed in older times.
Perhaps our Kirara is simply not meant to be a water priestess any longer.
Only she and the waters can decide that.
Hello, I've brought dinner for you, and for the prisoner as well. Let me guess, great samurai. You were wondering what happened to Sanai, how she could show such affection for the man who plucked her from her home, but it's more complicated than that.
Did the Emperor speak the truth about Sanai? Is she with child?
Yes.
I see.
But it's not what you think. She only did it for our sake. She told us that as long as the Emperor favored her, he would leave the other girls alone. It was just for show, but now I think she's starting to believe her own act. Please, you have to do something.
In case you hadn't noticed, I'm about to be executed. I'd like nothing more than to help her, but I'm in no position to do so.
Vire. Yeah, you've got something planned. That's why you went through so much trouble to get caught, because you have a plan to rescue all of us. The good news is I can help you.
How many women are there in total?
About 10, including me.
By any chance, do you know if one of them has an older sister named Honoka?
Yeah, I do.
You don't say.
My name is Mizuki. Pleasure to meet you, Kanbei Shimada.
It says here the envoy's assassin has been arrested. That's nice. I wonder what he's like.
What do you wish to do?
He's a terrorist who incited panic throughout my city. I want to look this man in the eyes. While they're still attached to his body, that is. Perhaps the time has finally come for me to be reunited with my father.
Here, Water. Come out, wherever you are. Tell Komachi where you're hiding. Dear Okara, I've been practicing with the dowsing crystal, but it's a lot harder than it looks. I figure I should learn how to use it, just in case Sis decides she doesn't want to be priestess anymore, now that she's got a crush on a certain samurai. I thought it was Katsu, but now I'm not so sure. When me and Kirara told them we wanted to go with them, those dumb boys said we couldn't. Kiku's mad at Kanbei, and Katsu's all confused about stuff. What would they do without me keeping them out of trouble? And speaking of trouble, I, the brave new Mikumari, have a vision. That creepy weirdo Ukyo is planning something evil. You know, we haven't heard from Kanbei in a while. They can take care of himself. Wow, I tell you, Okara, all this dowsing power is making me kind of dizzy. I better go sit down for a while. Bye-bye.